Shalom, sir. It'll be 5 minutes, Akim. Just be a second, Akim. 1 minute. All right, Shalom. I'll get myself centered. Shalom, this is Officer Karafia from the I.S.U.P.K UK. You know what I mean? This is the UK class, the history class every Monday. Um, 1 second. Every Monday, 7 to 9. Have class every Monday, 7 to 9. You know, we're going to the history. It's at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. We also have classes at Wednesday also, which is the law class 7 to 9. And Thursday as well, 7 to 9. Same location, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. If you're black or Hispanic, you're free to come down free of charge. You know what I mean? Come through these doors, learn your history, man. You know what I mean? Learn that according to the Bible, the black man's a real Jew, man. You know what I mean? The white man ain't the Jew. Chinese man ain't the Jew. They ain't chosen. God don't love everybody. We can back you up, man. Come in here. We teach how it works, man. You know, Christianity teaches that God loves everybody. You know, people believe that. People think that's true. And I'm here to tell you that that is not the truth, man. Your pastor's a liar. According to the Bible, God loves one set of people, and those people are the Israelites, man. And those same people, those Israelites that God loves, that they happen to be you, black man. And I come back that up with the history, man. I come back that up with history, with the Bible, with archaeology, all types of things, man. We know, they think because we're black, we ain't scholars, man. We're scholars, man. We've been trained and raised by the I.S.U.P.K. And we know this Bible. We know history, man. We do nothing better than this, what we do right here, man. So again, any question, make sure you type them in the class. Let's get the article real quick. You know what I mean? So we're gonna go into a few topics today. You know what I mean? Everyone's voting for Boris Johnson. If you're a black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you want a leader. That leader is Jesus Christ, man. You know what I mean? You can't choose no Boris Johnson, man. You can't choose no Theresa May, man. You can't choose no Jeremy Hunt and Jeremy Coburn and whatever, man. Your leader is a black man by the name of Jesus Christ. And who better to vote for than a black man that lived and died for black people, man? Jesus Christ gave his whole life for black people, man. Jesus Christ was a black man, gave his whole life for help other black people, man. The people that you vote for, guess who they are, man? They're descendants of slave masters, man. Descendants of people that whipped your people's back, man. Descendants of people that the only reason why they're able to go to Oxford and Cambridge and Westminster University is because their forefathers murdered for that privilege, man. They murdered black people so they can get that privilege, man. They murdered black people so that their sons today, who is David Cameron, who is Boris Johnson, who is Jeremy Coburn and Jeremy Hunt, man. Their great great grandparents murdered, man, so that they can go to the nice posh universities, so that they can get a nice education, so that in 2019 they can be the rulers of black people, man. You can't vote for them people, man. You got a king already, man. Christ made the blind see, and guess who Christ did that too for black people, man. Christ did miracles for black people, man. Christ healed only black people, man. Christ spent his whole life healing black people, man. That's how much he loves his people. The same way the white man loves his own people, man. The white man loves his own people. They put the white man in 10 down the street, and what does the white man do? Lower taxes for them, man. Make life better for them, man. And what does a black man do for you, black man? Put more police on your streets. More stop and frisk, more racial profiling. He loves his people but hates you, man. And Christ was the exact same way. Christ is a ruler that only loves his people, man. We're getting in the Bible as well, man. And make sure you type. Let me see any questions online. Make sure you type them in. I don't want no phone calls after class talking about, kind of break this down, kind of break that down. You know what I mean? Shalom to the sister in London. Shalom. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Oh, slack. Okay, cool. Let's get cracking then. So I'm start with John 18:20. This is where Christ spent his whole life, man. You know what I mean? They talk. The white man would talk about white man in Christianity would talk about John 3:16 that God loved the whole wide world, but that's not what it means, man. The word world just means society, and the word world means society today, even in modern terms, man. You got the sea world. When the white man went to America, he called it the New World, man. When someone's daydreaming and say, "Yo, you're in a world of your own," and when the Bible says for God to love the world, He meant the world of Israel, man. A world means a society. There's a society of people that God loves, man. And we're gonna prove that in the Bible also, man. And that society is black people, man. Hispanic people, Native Indian people. I'm not sure if you know this, but when you read the Bible, Christ spent his whole life in Jerusalem, man. Christ didn't go to England, man. He didn't go to Germany, man. He didn't go to Switzerland, man. He spent his whole life in Jerusalem. So how can he live the whole world but live his whole life in one country, man, where his people dwell? I'm gonna get this for you real quick. John 18 and 20. And it reads, uh, John 18 and 20. Neither pray I these alone, but for them that believe on me through their Sakya. Sent the one. Yeah, that was 17. John 18:20. Jesus answered him. So this is Jesus speaking right here, man. I spake openly to the world. So Christ saying he spoke openly to the world, man. Meaning he didn't hide nothing. You know what I mean? He spoke openly, plain. You know what I mean? Eye to eye, clear as day. And that's how you know that the world don't mean the world, man. How it's meant today. This is an old English book, man. With old English definitions, man. But the Christian churches apply new definitions to a old book, man. That's like you reading in ancient times, the word gay meant happy, man. It didn't mean homosexual. And that's like you reading an old book, and every time you come across the word gay, apply the modern definition, man. You can't do that, man. You have to apply the old definition to an old book, man. And Christ says, speak openly to the world. And if Christ spoke open to the world, you need to show me what chapter Christ went to China, man. If Christ spake openly to the world, you need to show me what chapter when Christ went to Switzerland, man. When Christ spoke openly to the world, he meant the world of his people, man, in Jerusalem, man. And the next line is going to prove where Christ's world was, who Christ spoke to, man. And Jesus answered him, I spake openly to the world. I ever taught in a synagogue. And that's what Christ's world is, man. In a synagogue, man. In Jerusalem, where black people dwell, where Jews dwell, man. That's where his world was. So in John 3:16, where it says, for God so loved the world, that's the word it's talking about, man. The world of Israel. Christ just described where his world was, and his world wasn't the whole entire planet, man. His world was a synagogue, man. And in the temple, whether the Jews always resort, and that's where Christ's world is, where the Jews are, man. That's his world, man. America's the new world. You got the Sea World. There's an old film back in the day called Wayne's World, man. People say you're in a world of your own. My world is coming to an end. The world does not mean the whole entire planet, man. And you can get that in the Bible too. I think Psalms 90 and 2, man. That explains it also. And black man, you are the world that Christ loved, man. You're the world that Christ spake openly to. Christ spent all of his time in, man. Christ spent all of his time in the synagogues, man, where the Jews resort, man, where black people resort, where black people live, man, where our people suffering, man. Read the Bible, man. Read the Bible. Christ only healed our people, man. Black people with lupus and black people with blindness, maimed in wheelchairs. That's who Christ came to heal, man. And we come to heal them same people. The Chinese, man. Who does the Chinese prime minister come to help? Chinese people, man. Who does prime minister of Thailand want to help? People from Thailand, man. Or people, Thai people, Taiwanese, whatever you call them, man. And guess what, black man? It's not wrong if you're a black man and you want to only help black people, man. It's not wrong if you want to do the same thing. They have Chinatown, and who do they employ in Chinatown? Chinese people, man. Who cooks all the food in Chinatown? Chinese people. Who can understand all the writing in Chinatown? Chinese people. And that ain't racist. That ain't racist. They got something in London called Stamford Hill, man, which is a Jewish community where all Jewish people dwell, man. All the shops are Jewish, man. And Jewish people add interest onto people that's not Jewish. Because according to their custom, and even our custom, you can add interest to someone who ain't Jewish, man. And they do that, and no one sees them as evil. No one says that's racist, man. How's a Chinese man only employing Chinese people, man? That's racist. How is it that the Jewish man's only employing Jewish people, man? How is it that they have their own community, man? But when a black man speaks about it, we're wrong, man. We're racist. We need to get a job, man, and we need to get a job and start being so bitter, man. We got a chip on our shoulder, man. But a Chinese man in every major city in England can have a Chinatown, man. In London, Chinatown, man. And the Chinatown in London is big as well, man. It's like streets upon streets, man. Birmingham, Chinatown, man. Manchester, Chinatown, man. And guess who? Guess who works in them kitchens, man? Guess who's able to feed their families off the wages that they're making in Chinese shops? Chinese people, man. Guess who's able to feed their family and send them to college and put food in their belly? Chinese people benefit from all of that, man. But when a black man says, yo, Christ only loves his people, and when a black man says, black man, you're only supposed to love your people, we're racist, man. And that's the game to play on us, man. With all their lies and fairy tales, man. All these stuff are fairy tales that black people gobble up, man. We're too busy loving everybody. Meanwhile, everybody ain't loving us. We're too busy saying you can't do that. That's racist, man. But meanwhile, the Chinese man, he ain't thinking like that. He's like, listen, I gotta get my Chinese bread of a job, man. We're talking about, salam alaikum, man. You know what I mean? Allah loves everybody, man. And the people who we learn Islam from, they ain't thinking like that. They own all the off licenses, man. And guess who they employ? Their own people. They own the petrol stations, and guess who they're employing? Their own people. They own all the chip shops and chicken masala shops and yada yada yada, man. And guess who they're employing? Their own people. They don't even think about employing black people. Black man, you're not even in their mind. Despite the fact that the black unemployment rate is through the roof, they don't even say, let's hire some black people, man. Let's get some black people off the streets, man. Allah loves everybody. Last time I chat black people, somebody, so let's employ them. They ain't thinking like that. Meanwhile, you're thinking like that. And that thinking has destroyed you, man. You loving everybody has destroyed you. It's destroyed you what made the Arabs rich, man. Destroyed you what made the white man strong, man. The white man cares about his people only, and that's made him strong, man. Was the white man thinking about you when he had you picking cotton and cutting cane? No, man. And he brought you down. That made him strong, made him love his people, man. The Arabs love their people only, and that makes them strong, man. That makes them own all the shops in your neighborhood, all the economics, all the money, man. Meanwhile, you go to church on Sunday, and where does that put you, black man? In council estates, man. In prison, man. On the bottom, man. In these churches, man. Don't know who you are, man. Single parent homes, man. And meanwhile, the people you learn it from, they don't even follow their own examples, man. The white man tells you to turn up a cheek and love everybody, but meanwhile, he ain't loving everybody, man. Last time I checked, they're deporting more people of the Windrush, man. He ain't loving everybody. He ain't saying, well, we did enslave their foreparents. It's the least we can do is let them stay here, man. He's saying, no, we don't care, man. If they can't produce a passport, they're going home. Even though we work their foreparents for free, man. Even though England is what it is today because of these people, they don't care. They're deporting them, man. And this is a new article, man, a brand new one. They got a flight ready, set for February, man, to send black people home to deport, the people to deport people from Jamaica, the same people that built this country, man, and made it what it is, man. England made millions off the backs of black people, man. Sugar cane, man. Coffee beans, man. You know what I mean? Tobacco. And now the sons of these people that they work for free, they can't even say, you know what? Let's let them off, man. We did work him hard. The so-called Jewish man, he got reparations, man. Black man can't get reparations, and black man can't even get a blind, man. We can't even get, you know what? It's called the state of the country. We can't even get that, man. These nations hate you, man. And that's also in the Bible as well. And God spoke about that, man. And that's why, black man, we got a king that cares about us and us only. You know what, black man? We need that, man. We need that, man. Why is it racist, man? We need this, man. It's something black people need is black love, man. The white man got all the love from his people, all the love of everybody else. Everyone loves him, man. And God forbid we love our own people. We're racist. Can't we just have some love for ourselves? Can't there be some love that only a black man can get? Can't there be? We love everybody else, man. We've loved everybody else. We love the white man, man. And when we love the white man, what did we do, man? We fought in his army, man, and made him win against the Nazis, man. Had our fingers blown off, man. We joined his religion and made his religion stronger, man. Made his religion thrive, man. We married his woman, man. We left our own women over here, so you forget that we didn't marry black. We left our own women suffering with no man in the house, single, and married their women, man. Gave their woman a nice, strong man in the house. Meanwhile, the black woman had nobody in the house. We done that, man. And where did it put us? Nowhere. Made us weak, made us soft, put us in council states, man. Meanwhile, they got stronger, man. It's time we love our own people, man. Time we love our own people, man. Let me get that shit, man. The Bible says, love your brother as you love yourself, man. Let me get that for you, man. This is Matthew 22:34. This is Matthew 22 and 34. Yeah. But when the Pharisees, let me go a bit, chapter 33. And when the multitude heard this, they were astonished at his doctrine. So at the time of Christ, there was many different sects around. Like today, you got Christians, Muslims, you know, Afrocentric, Rastafarianism, and so forth. And back then, you had the same thing, man. You had what scribes, Pharisees, and Essenes, and all these people that were Jews that believed in different things, man. In different things. And when they heard Christ teaching, they were astonished at his doctrine. Like, wow, what's this about, man? Christ was new on the scene, and no one didn't hear about this, man. Just like the I.S.U.P.K. Today, you got Christians, Muslims, Episcopalians, Afrocentric, Egyptologists, New Wahabianism. You got Scientology. But when the I.S.U.P.K. comes through, everyone's like, whoa, what's this about, man? What? We're not African. You mean tell me the black man ain't African? You mean tell me God loves one race of people, the black man's a Jew? People are astonished at our doctrine as well. They're astonished at our teaching. And the same thing back then. When Christ was speaking, people were like, whoa, this guy just say that? Did this guy just say that the black man is not African? Did this man just say that God come for everybody? Did this man just say that we can't eat pork, crab, shrimp, lobster? Did this man just say that you can't celebrate Christmas and birthdays? Just like today, man. Scribes and Pharisees, they were astonished at Christ's doctrine. Christ's doctrine was new, man. Something no one never heard of ever, man. Christ's doctrine was what the leaders were supposed to be doing, but they weren't doing it, man. Because they were sinners and they was going against the Bible, man. They were celebrating Christmas and smoking and having sex with whores and all types of different stuff that they shouldn't have been doing, man. So when Christ brought out the Bible, they were shocked. Just like your pastor's not supposed to be eating pork, man. Not supposed to be celebrating Christmas, man. And we're the ones that actually follow the Bible, and that's why everyone's shocked, because they don't follow the Bible. And we're the ones that actually follow this Bible, man. You name me any denomination on the face of the earth that actually follows this Bible, man. There's none. And when we come around, we're evil, man. We're the wicked ones, man. We're strange and weird, and we're a cult because we want to follow God, man. Meanwhile, your pastor's a cult, man. The Christian church is a cult. God said you should not bow down to no tree, man. Don't decorate no tree, man. They got Christmas tree in the church, but we're wrong for that, man. In the Bible, bunnies don't lay eggs, man. In the Bible, Easter from the goddess Star, and commandment number 1 is have no other gods before me, man. A star is another god, man. But we're strange for saying you can't do this, man. In the Bible, God does one race of people, man. Moses parted the Red Sea for one race of people, man. Joshua led one race of people through the wilderness, man. Christ came, lived, and died for one race of people, man. But we're racist, man. People are astonished at our doctrine, like we're the crazy ones, man. Verse 34. But when the Pharisees had heard that he had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. And just like at the I.S.U.P.K, man, you know what I mean? We are the prophets and the followers of Christ, man. And the same thing our king does, the same thing we do, man. Christ put the Sadducees to silence, man. Don't that sound familiar? Don't we put Christians to silence? Don't we put Muslims to silence? Don't we put the conscious community to silence? Tune into Cross the Line radio show, man. But Captain Tazara is always putting the Kemet community to silence, man. They always come with some they always say, well, the Bible says God so loved the world. And what do? Put them to silence, man. We get the dictionary out, show them that the word world don't mean the whole globe. We get the scriptures out where Christ said, I spoke openly to the world. We get the scripture where it says, Israel is a world without end. We get the scripture when God said he made the earth and the world, letting you know that the world and the earth are two separate things. And what the Christians say? Nothing. Put to silence, man. Christians come to us all the time. You're racist. God loves everybody, man. We get the scripture, Christ said, I'll come only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. I get the scripture where God said all the nations before him are as nothing, man. And what the Christians do? Silence. Got nothing to say. They claim they believe in the Bible, so we pull it out of the Bible, man. The Christians like, I'll get back to you on that one. Or some of them to get ignorant. You're racist. I don't care. You're racist. But I read it from the Bible. I don't care. You're racist. You don't mean that. You're like, well, explain to me what it means then. No, you just don't mean that. You're reading it wrong. If I'm reading it wrong, tell me how to read it right. No. And they run off, man, with their tail between their legs. Because you know why? We taught the same way our king taught, man. Our king passed us down the knowledge of the Bible, and he gave it to the I.S.U.P.K, man, under command General YAHANNA, and we teach the same way, man. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him. So one of them that was a lawyer asked Christ a question, man. But this wasn't a genuine question. They asked him a question, tempting him, man. And we get that all the time. People ask us questions only to trap us. Some smart question. If I had a pound for every time I had a smart question, I've heard them all, man. A woman asked me before, yo, is it wrong to abort your baby? I said, yeah. She goes, but according to the Bible, is it wrong to be a homosexual? I go, yeah. She goes, so what if the baby was a homosexual baby? Then you know, all types of nonsense, man. And Christ got the same thing here. One of the Sadducees asked Christ a question, trying to trap him in his words, man. Trying to tempt him, man. It wasn't a genuine question. Christ put the Sadducees and the scribes to silence, man. Shut them up, man. With the same Bible that they should have known, man. With the same Bible that they claim they read, man. And now here comes the smart ass, man. trying to trap Christ in his words. And this is what it says now. And saying, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? So that's the question he asked Christ, trying to trap him, man. Saying, yo, so what's the greatest commandment, man? You know, we know there's over 400 laws in the Bible. Which is the greatest one, man? Which is the most special law that we gotta keep in this book, man? Yahweh said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. And Christ said, listen, man, this is what you gotta do. What the you want to know what the greatest commandment is? Love the Most High with all your mind, man, with all your will, man. And how do you love the Most High, man? By keeping His commandments, man. How do you show that you love your father, man? By keeping the rules in his house. You don't love your parents by saying, I love you, man. You love your parents by being in at what time they said you must be in, man. You love your parents by doing what they say, man. You love your parents when they actually clean your room, you clean your room, man. When they say to be in at 8 o'clock, you be in at 8, man. And that's how you love your parents. And it's the same way with the Most High, man. Same way with the Most High. You claim you love the Most High, do His commandments, man. What's some of them commandments? You can't eat pork, man. Can't celebrate Christmas. You can't be a homosexual, man. You know what I mean? You can't have sex with anyone outside your nation, man. You know, you can't have sex with another man's wife, man. You can't celebrate no other God. You can't go to Hajj, man. You can't celebrate Eid, man. Today's Eid, man. You can't celebrate Eid, man. You can't wish no Muslim a happy Eid, man. So a black man today saying Eid Mubarak, and he wasn't even Muslim, man. You can't do that. That's how you love the Most High. And Christ said you must love the Most High with all your might, man. With all your well-being, man. When temptation comes upon you, fight it, man. When people try to sway you, fight it, man. When you feel weak, fight it, man. That's how you love the Most High with all your mind and all your might, man. That's how you love the Most High. When you go to work and they got the Christmas decorations up, they're offering you to come out to the Christmas party. Your wife is saying, come on, man. Put the star on the tree, man. You know what I mean? It's only for the kids. And you say, no, man, I'm not doing that. And she goes, well, you know, it's me or that coat. It's me or the I.S.U.P.K. And you pick the Lord over her. That's you loving the Lord with all your heart, man. And all your soul, man. When the people at work look at you funny because you got a beard now, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I don't too know about him, you know, it's changed. He used to be a cool brother, but now he's changed, man. We don't see him no more, man. He's all in that Bible stuff right there, man. And when you say, you know what, forget them, man. Let them leave. Let them not call me no more. Let them not invite me to their house no more, man. Let them not call my phone no more. I don't care. I'm sticking with the Lord. That's you loving the Lord with all your might, man. When your son looks at you and says, you know what I mean? I don't love. When your son looks at you and says, Dad, I want that bike for Christmas, man. I want that bike for my birthday, man. You turn to your son and say, listen, I'll buy you a bike any day of the year, man. Any day of the year, man. But I'm not buying it for your birthday, man. And your son don't love you no more. It's like, yo, I don't feel, I don't love you no more, man. All my friends get Christmas gifts. All my friends get birthday presents. And you say, well, so be it, man. And you're willing to lose your son over the Most High. That's you loving the Most High with all your heart, man. And Christ said, that's the greatest commandment, man. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. So Christ saying, that's the greatest commandment right there, man. And the second commandment is just like it, man. It's the same. And this is the second commandment, man. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And Christ said the next commandment is thou shalt love your neighbor as yourself. And black man, these are the two commandments that you must keep, man. This man tried to be slick and tried to trick Christ in his words, and Christ tricked him back. Christ tricked him back, man. There's commandments in the Bible that pertain to the Most High. There's commandments in the Bible that belong to the Most High. Then there's commandments in the Bible that belong to your brother, man. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. That belongs to the Most High. Thou shalt serve no other gods or have any images. That belongs to the Most High. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That belongs to your brother, man. If you love your brother, you wouldn't commit adultery. And if you love the Most High, you have no other gods before me, man. So Christ is basically saying all the commandments, man. All the commandments are great commandments, man. If you love the Most High, you won't commit adultery, man. If you love the Most High, you won't commit idolatry, Salakia. You won't celebrate Christmas, man. These are the commandments that offend the Most High. Then if you love your brother, you won't steal. You won't commit adultery. You won't rob his wife. You won't murder. So Christ is basically saying, keep all the commandments, man. They tried to trap Christ in his words. Christ trapped them right back, man. On these two commandments hang all the law. And Christ said, these two commandments hang all the law. Meaning, if you keep the two commandments, there's no need for the other commandments, man. In the Bible, it's a commandment that you should stone someone that has sex with another man's wife. But on these two commandments hang all the law. Meaning, if a man don't commit adultery, then there's no need to then there's no need to stone him, because the commandments hang on these two things, man. That's what they hang on. From you keep the two commandments, no need for all these other commandments, man. From you love the Lord with all your heart, there's no need for a man to be stoned, man. You pay your tithes, there's no need for a man to charge you a 15th, because you pay your 10th, man. And Christ said one of the greatest commandments is to love your brother as you love yourself, man. And everybody else is doing it. The white man's doing it. Chinese man's doing it. The Arab man's doing it. Everyone's doing it apart from black people, man. Black man, if you love your people as you love yourself, you will marry a black woman, man. You will marry a Hispanic woman, man. But instead, you don't do that. You don't love your people, man. What you do is join Christianity and you love everybody, which is a lie. Black people claim that when they become Christian, they love everybody. They don't love everybody. Who you do love is white people, man. That's who you love is white people. Because last time I checked, black people are people. So how come whenever we see you on the street, the first thing you say is, what about white people? If you love all people, what you say is, what about black people, man? What about the black man on drugs, man? So like 1 minute. Like I was saying, black people join Christianity and they say, no, I love all people. You don't love all people, man. Who you love is white people, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it, man. The spell is so hard in your mind, you don't even know. First thing they say, what about white people? I've never heard him say, what about the Chinese, man? What about the Arabs, man? The first thing is, what about white people? Because that's what Christianity is. Christianity is a spell on black people, man, that makes you love white people only, man. I've never heard a black man say, what about the black people on drugs, man? What about my uncle? I got an uncle who's a weed head, man. What about him, man? How does he get saved, man? How can I help him, man? You know what black people do? Skip over all their relatives, all their loved ones, all the people in their neighborhood, all the people in their ends, in their council estate. You know what they say? What about white people, man? You couldn't give a damn about them. Give me the Boris Johnson interview real quick, man. Can't. And while you're voting and loving everybody, this is what Boris Johnson is doing to you, man. You know, read the article for me. If you can see the screen, let me know. Give me a one or a con, all right? No, sir.
This is from the lbc.co.uk. Police ask a 13-year-old black boy for proof of the purchase for his bike.
So now, in case you know, now Boris Johnson took over Theresa May. Boris Johnson said he wants to make it harder on the streets, and he wants to up the police, and he wants to up stop and frisk and stop and search. That's a fact. You can research that in your own time. Boris Johnson said he wants to do that, and while Boris Johnson has done that, this is what's happened, man. Read that again, please, everyone.
Police asked a 13-year-old black boy.
So police asked a 13-year-old black boy, not a white boy, not a Chinese boy. While you're loving all people, the police are harassing black boys, man. 13-year-old black boys, a boy just fresh in his teens, you know, what, year 7, year 8 or something like that? Year 7, man, baby, you know, school books, the lot, man, sitting on the floor in assembly, what's it called? Singing in assembly, all that kid shit that people do, man. Kids are harassing people like this, man. Your sons, while you're loving everybody, joining Christianity, talking about Christianity as a religion of God, got your head in the clouds, just waiting and dying to go to heaven. This is what the white man's doing to you, man. But you're saying that's in the past, man. I don't see racism's old, it's gone, it's in the past. I love God and Jesus, and all that stuff don't matter once you're in Christ. This is what Boris Johnson, the leader of the UK, man, the leader of England, man, the Prime Minister of England, this is what he's doing towards your people, man. We done.
Asked a 13-year-old black boy for proof of purchase.
So there, a black boy is riding his bike, and the police, you know, being devils they are, is harassing our people, man. And they're asking this black boy proof of purchase, man, proof that he bought what?
Of his bike, purchase for his bike.
There you go. So the police are harassing a young. I'm gonna tell you how much the police hate black people. They hate black people so much. They harass black people so much that they don't even know it, man. The white man hates black people so much that he starts to even ask dumb questions, man. Now, I'm not sure if you know this. In the UK, you cannot work until you're 16 years old, man. So if you're a black boy with a bike, who bought that bike, man? 9 times out of 10. Who's paid for that bike? Who's purchased that bike, man? Your mother or father or parent or an adult, man. So someone tell me what the hell is a black boy gonna have a receipt for a bike that he didn't purchase, man? How's he gonna have a bike? How's he gonna have proof of purchase for a bike that he didn't purchase, man? Most likely his parents purchased it, man. You can't work until you're 16 years old. So most likely an adult bought it for him, man. Could be most likely his mom or his dad, man. It could be an uncle or an aunt. It could be anybody. If it's in the world, so it could be a Christmas gift, a birthday gift, man. So how is he gonna have the receipt for the purchase, man? But the police hate black people so much. To them, that's a valid question, man. Where you going? What you doing out here? I remember I was the same age and I was stopped and frisked, man. About the same age. I remember like it was yesterday, man. And the policeman, with my brother, I got a brother the same age as me. And he had a paracetamol, was one in his wallet. And he said, "What's this?" You know, because 13-year-old boys walk around with one narcotic pill in their pocket. You see, okay, that makes sense, man. You know what I mean? He goes, "What's this?" He goes, "Yo, this is a paracetamol, one of the ones that mount on your tongue." Well, you know, trying to play us up. Well, you know, we're going to test this thing, you know. You're not going to test it, but trying to play with us. You know what I mean? We have tested, and this could take days. They don't come that same day, so you might have to be in the south a couple of days. And that's what police do, man. I remember like yesterday I was on Broad Street, man. You know, I was walking on Broad Street. Broad Street's a club in Broad Street's a place in Birmingham where it's a street full of clubs. And we was too young to get in the club. So we was lounging around, seeing people, talking to people in the queue and stuff. Because outside the club is like a club itself, you got good vibes and whatnot. And the policeman with us, you know, had nothing better to do this time and thought, I'm gonna harass some 13-year-old boys, man. I hate black people so much. Even their children, I want to harass them, man. I want to see them, I want to make them sweat, man. I want to threaten them and tell them, listen, this ain't a paracetamol. We said narcotic, man. They didn't have a penny in our name. All we had bus passes on us, man. Getting home on bus passes. We didn't have no money, no water cash in our pockets. There's no stack of pounds or fivers or tenors in our pocket, man. And the police making an issue about one paracetamol, man. Just like today, man, the police are making an issue about a boy's bike. Bigger things out there in the world, man. There's drug dealers out there driving cars, man. There's white drug lords that own mansions and houses and businesses, man. All them chip shops that's owned by Asians is drug money, man. Go investigate that, man. Ask them to prove how they're paying for the chip shop, man. Ask them to prove where they got the money from to drive all these nice cars up and down Aston, man, in Eden and so forth, man. Go to them parts of London where the Romanians are buying Romanian shops and buying out all the businesses and ask them to prove how they paid for the what's the payment you first make on them shops? The deposit for them shops, man. Ask them that, but no, you want to harass a young black boy, man, on how he paid for a bike. Your average bike costs about £50. A good bike, 300. There's no bike out there that's worth over £1,000, man. None. And you're harassing this boy about a push bike, man. But who needs to harass it? All these Asian owning these chip shops, man, and owning these garages, man, owning these petrol stations, man, which is bought with drug money. That's who you need to harass. Keep reading.
The self-funded organizer of a community support group tells LBC his concerns with extended stop and search.
There you go. So this is LBC is a famous radio show that in London. You see like Prime Minister on there sometimes. You see like oh man, what's his name again? What's the black guy again? David Lammy on there. You see that the one Muslim guy that hates Islam and shit. You see on there. It's a good show, man. You see Jamie Coburn on there and so forth, man. And this guy come on the show was pouring his heart out, man. And this is just one story, man. There's many stories, man. I got personal stories that I could tell you, man. Police harassing this young black boy over his bike, man. How are you meant to prove? How are you meant to prove and provide purchase for a bike like that you didn't buy, man? And at once the police would think, you know what? He's 13. No one thought about that, man. No one thought about, hold on, he's 13, man. And meanwhile, while you're watching 13-year-old black men, what are Arabs doing, man? What are Arabs doing, man? Driving over people on London Bridge, man. Blowing up England, man. What Arabs doing? Do you know on the net, on the internet, the Arabs in Saudi Arabia that are teaching people in England how to make bombs on the net? Stop that, man. Do you know 500 people are known to fight for ISIS and come back to the UK? That's a fact. You seen the other one? And what's his name? Sadiq Khan said nothing about it, man. Nothing about it, man. So yeah, but we're keeping an eye on them. And even Piers Morgan's like, hold on, there's people that fought our troops, man, killed our troops, and they're living in the UK. They're shopping where we shop. sending their kids to school where we send our kids to school in the UK, and they've shot or potentially killed British soldiers, man. And they're back out in the UK living good, man. But you want to stop a 13-year-old black boy, man. That makes sense. That makes sense. We done.
Describing how police stopped a 13-year-old boy he mentors and asked for the receipt for his bike.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure the young 13-year-old black boy, but one second, went home and just pulled out the receipt, man. Keep reading.
Emmanuel told Michael Crick he wouldn't eliminate stop and search, but warned as an extension would lead to further racial profiling.
And that's what it is, man. It's racial profiling, man. They want to stir you up, black man, piss you off, man. Stop you on the streets where you're just walking, living your life, man. And the people they're supposed to be frisking, they ain't frisking, man. All them Arabs signing all them drugs in their chip shops, they ain't frisking, man. All them Arabs that want England under the ground, want to start jihad, man. Want to blow up England, they ain't stopping, man. If they stop the man that run over them people on the London Bridge, them people would be alive today, man. There'd be no need for crash barriers in every major city, man. But they're too busy stopping you. How was it able, a man was able to drive on the London Bridge and kill people? You know why? Because they were watching you, black man. How is it that a man is able to go to Iraq and Syria, fight, and then come back and don't get stopped at the airport, man? Don't get locked up and scrutinized, man. No one asking what are you doing here, man? You fought for ISIS, man. What are you doing back here in this country, man? How's that happening? You know why? Because they're watching you, black man. They're watching you, and they want to know how you pay for that £50 bike or £100 bike. Meanwhile, this man is taking the lives of loads of people, man. Keep reading.
There are people in the community that care about young people, he said. They are willing to give up everything for them and increase stop and search. It's just going to be an opportunity for people of ethnic minorities to be racially profiled.
They act like stop and search is the answer to all the problems, man. They've been stopping and searching black from the 60s, man. Didn't stop the knife crime from going through the roof. Didn't stop the acid attacks. Didn't stop all the racial grooming gangs in North England. Them Asians be raping the white woman like no one's business, man.
That's right.
You're raping these young little white girls like crazy, man. It's an epidemic, man. How stop and search gonna solve that, man? It's not, man. All it is, black man. They want to harass you, man. They can't stand you. They hate you from the 60s, man, and they hate you today. They hate you from slavery. Hate you from Esau and Jacob, man, and they hate you today, man. And they make it like it's stop and frisk. Stop and frisk is for everybody. It's not, man. It's for you, man. It's stop and frisk for everybody. Then that guy in Australia would have been stopped and frisked, man. And then Muslims, how much Muslims, man? 20-something Muslims, they would have been alive today, man. And he murdered them, shot them to death, man. It's stop and frisk for everybody. They would have stopped and frisked them Asians, man, in Yorkshire, man. And then what them young white girls would have still had their what's called their hymen. They still had their hymen, man. But they're stopping frisking you, black man. When who they should be stopping frisking, they ain't stopping frisking, man. And that's why people get run over on the London Bridge, man. That's why British soldiers are dead today, man. By British citizens, man, that go and fight for ISIS, man. Because they're too busy stopping you. That's what all these young white girls got their hymen broke, man. Because they ain't stopping frisking who they should be stopping frisking. They should have been stopping frisking the Asian, man. So excuse me, Mr. Asian, man. Why have you got condoms in your pocket, man? Why is it 12-year-old girls' numbers in your phone, man? Why is pictures of a 12-year-old girl, man? They ain't stopping them. But they're stopping you, black man. They're stopping you, man. Give me Lamentations 4 real quick, man.
Lamentations 4 and 18. They hunt our steps.
And what do?
They hunt our steps.
And that's in the Bible, man. They hunt your steps, black man. Anything you do, they hunt it, man. They hunt it. You know what, black man? You know in schools, yeah, they got a new law now that you can't have patterns in your head, man. In your hair, should I say? It's like, yeah. You know why? Because you have that, man.
That's right.
In school, they say you can't have dreadlocks, man. In the I.S.U.P.K, we don't condone dreadlocks. But why did they ban dreadlocks? Because you have dreadlocks, man. Everything you do, they ban. You know why? Because they're hunting your steps, man. They're hunting your steps. A hunter. If you hunt deer You set a trap for it, man. You say, well, deals like this, I'm gonna put this here, man. And when they go for it, we're gonna catch him. And that's what they did to you, black man. They say black people like to have this, we're gonna ban that, man. Black people like to do this, we're gonna ban that too. Black women like to have their hair like this, we're gonna ban that, man. Everything you like, black man, they stop, man. They are hunting your steps, man. Look at Mark Duggan dead, man. Why? Because the police was hunting his footsteps, man. Rashawn Charles dead. Why? Because the police were hunting his footsteps, man. Following him around, looking for him. Stopping frisks for black people. Why? Because they're hunting your steps, man. Wasn't black men that, man. Let's frisk them. Let's stop them. Let's have any opportunity to bother them, man. Let's just piss them off, man. Let's ask them dumb questions. Let's like say, have we got a receipt for that bicycle, man? Let's shoot Mark Duggan dead and say that he shot us. And then later on, it comes out that Mark Duggan had a replica gun that couldn't fire shots, man. You know why, black man? Because they're hunting your steps, man. Let's choke with Sean Charles to death and say we had reason to believe that he had drugs in the system. That's why we choked him. Autopsy comes out, ain't nothing in there, man. We'll say no foreign objects in his stomach, man. Nothing that shouldn't be there wasn't in the stomach. You know why, black man? Because they're hunting your steps, man.
That's right.
It's like the other one says something.
Yeah, even in faith in schools for black kids, a simple faith, they've even banned that, saying that it looks too street like. They want it to be more presentable when they come to school for their education.
Wouldn't surprise me. A white man, an Indian man come to school with a turban, man. People respect that, man. Come to work with a Muslim hat on and whatnot. People respect that, man. Black man have braids, man. Black man braids is your braids in the Bible, man. Braids is your culture, man. You can't have that in schools nowadays, man. They want to ban braids, man. Ban braids, man. That is your culture, man. That's how your hair grows, man. They want to ban an afro, man. But everything you do, black man, they say it's not presentable. It's not civil. An afro ain't for work. Braids ain't for work. You know why, black? They hunt your footsteps, man. The whole system is designed to bring you down. Now I know you heard that a lot. You know, oh god, if I had a pound for every time I heard that, it's true though, man. It's true, man. They put out there in the music, in the radio, sell drugs, it's cool, sell drugs. The way they put it out in the radio, you think that some drugs is illegal, man. Last time I checked, drugs were illegal, man. So why do you put it out there in every radio song, man? Why do you sell CDs upon CDs upon CDs and fill these CDs out in H&M, man? Fill iTunes and Apple stores with tunes like this, man. If it's illegal, and then when black men go do it, you lock them up. You know a black man because they're hunting you, man.
That's right.
They're a good hunter, man. They say let's make tunes and with a catchy beat, man. Catchy beat. The bass lines are bad, man. The bass line have ever nodding their head, man. And in them tunes put sour drugs, man. Gang bang, gang bang, gang bang, gang, this, that, gang signs, man. Even though it's illegal though. But when they do it, lock them up for doing it, man. And then when they come out of prison, they can't get a job. Now I'm not sure if you know this, but you need money to survive, man. Rent don't pay itself. Bills don't pay itself. Your belly don't fill itself up, man. You need money to survive. And they're taking away your opportunity or your right to get food, to get heating, to get rent, man. To get heating and rent and food in your belly, man. And then what are you gonna do? Sell drugs again. And guess where you belong? Guess where they put you back? Behind them bars, man. You know what, black? It's all a plan, man. It's all a plan. Imagine you go to prison, man. You go, oh, one second, get scripture, man. Christ, why he slapped me twice? One minute, there. I'll get that real quick. I think it's Chucky. What's his name?
Yeah, I'm saying what you're saying is heavy. Like, while they pumped that for us to listen, in the 60s, when like the satanic rock and rolls out, when like white people used to listen to satanic rock and they used to like hang nuns, stab nuns, you know what I mean, do all bad stuff, they actually banned it. With the satanic rock and roll, white families went out and they put a ban on it saying it's influencing the young to do these mad things. People like Led Zeppelin and people like that, his music got banned later on because it influenced white kids to join the satanic church. You know what I mean? Things like hang nuns, cut them up because of the satanic rock and roll. So they know that music influenced the people, and they knew that it was the music that was influencing those white kids, and they knew that they had to stop that.
There you go.
Well, when it's us, well, you know what I mean? It's just music. You know what I mean? It's you lot. When it happened to white people, they knew that that kind of genre had to be stopped.
And like the brother said, occasionally here, when rock and roll was crazy and it was influencing the white men to do sacrifice and so forth. This what like late 80s or early 90s, the Marilyn Manson, they put into that, man. They said, nah, man, this ain't right, man. This ain't right, man. You know what I mean? We got to do something about this, and they did something about it, man. 1 second. I think it's Jan 18. You know. I think that's the one anyway. Nah, I don't think that's the one, man. You know what I'm on about?
Yeah, when he hit him the second time.
Keep reading that Lamentations real quick. That's
Lamentations 4 and 18. They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
And what I just said, black man, is the truth, man. They hunt your steps. Everything you do, they ban, man. They make you sell drugs. They influence you, seduce you to sell drugs, just like the devil, man. Just like a serpent, seduce you to sell drugs, man. Drugs is illegal, so why would you make it? Would you glorify a song about pedophilia? So why would you glorify a song about drugs, man? They make it illegal, man. You know what I mean? They glorify songs about selling drugs, killing somebody. You hearing this, you think that this is legal? It must be legal because you know what I mean. They're playing it through the radio, man. You know what they do? They give rewards and awards and money to people that rap about this, man. So what do you think? Well, it must be a good thing. He's rapping about drugs, and look where he's. You got money, you got a mansion, man. He's rapping about killing people. Look where he is, man. He got a nice car, man. I'm struggling, man. So what do you go and do? Go kill people, man. Go sell drugs, and they put you behind bars, man. All that's a trap, man. The same way when if you're hunting mice, man. You put what a mice you on that rat trap. What do you put on there, man? Something mice like. So when they come, bam, they're dead. When you're hunting something, you put a trap down, and guess what? All these things are trapped for you, black man, to get you in jail, man. They hunt your steps, man. Trayvon Martin, they hunted his steps, man. Mark Duggan hunted his steps, man. Sean Charles hunted his steps, man. Keep reading.
That we cannot go in our streets.
In where?
We cannot go in our streets.
And they hunt us that we can't even go in our own streets, man. Mark Duggan died where? In the streets, man. Rashawn Child died where? In the streets, man. We're in a shop, but you know what I mean, man. This brother right here, man, can't even ride his bike where? In his own streets, man. Why? Because they're hunting steps, man. I ain't start talking about the policeman only. Talking about the white man in general, man. Your prime minister, your governors, they sit down and they make laws on how they can harass you, man. To the point that you can't even go in your own streets, man. You can't live day to day. You can't even have braids and live a normal life, man, because you're being hunted against, man. You're a black man with woolly hair. You can't even have that no more, man, because your work will employ you, man. You can't send your kids to school no more. Why? Because they got a new rule that you can't have braids no more, man. Everything you do, black man, there's a plot against you, man. They hunt your steps, man. You can't even go in your own streets. You can't live a regular life, man, because they're hunted against you. Keep reading.
Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursue us upon the mountain.
No, so I think can we try John 18:23. I don't think it's that, but if not, let's move on. I'm trying to find it, John 18:23. I think so, but that's my check. John 18.
Yeah, John 18 and 21. Why askest thou me? One start the 20th verse to set and see.
It's the one, the right one.
It does seem like it.
Um, 24. You sure it's the one, yeah?
Nah, it's not about the one where he hit him again the second time.
Can't. It's probably 1 second. Try 26. Matthew 26. Where you got 26. We got Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew 26.
Try 68.
Matthew 26 and 68.
Yeah.
Same. Confirm to us.
Let me see. We got 68. All right, no sweat, no sweat. I'll let you know. So basically, the Pharisees hit Christ, man. You know what I mean? They hit Christ again. Christ like, listen, why you slap me twice for, man? You know what I mean? If you're saying that I'm blaspheming and you smote me, then why smite me again? You've already punished me, man. And black man, that's what the white man does to you. The white man punishes you twice, man. The white man locks you up for selling drugs, and you do time in prison, man. That's your punishment. And then you come out, he won't give you a job, man. Punishing you twice, man. Well, you've done your punishment already. Why lock me up if you're gonna punish me again when I come out, man? You pay your debt to society. You went to prison, man. 23-hour bang up, man. Eating rations, man. Eating nothing, man. Come out only for him to punish you again, man. And say, you know what? We're not gonna give you no employment, man. And then you sell drugs and they throw you in jail again, man. That's the white man punishing you twice. And they did the same thing to Christ, man. Christ said, why you smite me twice? You already said I did this. So why smite me again, man? That's the same thing they do to you, man. Drop that. Give me an article real quick. It's on this one, yeah, about the roads in Liverpool. Get to my topic real quick. This that one, Liverpool roads. No, one under. Yeah, that's the one. We can't share what's it called at the moment because Google Hangouts changed. So we have to put the camera close to the screen. So we're gonna let you know. All right. Now, what's the deal is in Liverpool during slavery in the 1600s. It's like I'm a phone again. Oh no, anyway, that's the thing. Right, Liverpool and Bristol were the two main slave ports in England. You know what I mean?
He's doing something at the moment.
So, is that? Oh, you have to shout back. I'm in the class moment.
He'll read back right.
What's that? Hello. Mm-hmm. Is this? Give me 5 minutes. Oh, so anyway, so in Bristol, and it was was it Liverpool, Slovakia, the two main slave ports, and that's where England got all the money from. You know what I mean? They will use the money that they got from the sugarcane, and the two docks was the one in London also, but the docks was Bristol and Liverpool, and this is what they did in Liverpool for all the money, all the the resources they got. This is how they did this thing in Liverpool. So you get that one. And plus the brothers in the I.S.U.P.K also went. The brothers in the I.S.U.P.K also went to Liverpool, and we seen this as well.
Right. This is from the Liverpool Echo.co.uk. The story of the city's past is written in stone.
So saying the story of the city's past. Now this story has a past of riches, of all the money in the slave docks and making black people came for free and getting rich. That's why Liverpool is a rich city to this day. And they're saying the story of the past, the story of the slavery is written in stone. They're going to explain how it's written in stone. Keep reading.
Evidence of Liverpool's slave trade.
So evidence that Liverpool was in slavery. So if anyone wants to say, no, I don't believe this. I don't believe in the records. I don't believe in the books. All you got to do is this, man. The is all over the city. So saying you don't have to read books. You don't have to believe the I.S.U.P.K. The evidence is all over the city, man. Guess why? Because the roads are named after slave masters, man. Are named after people that was involved in slavery. The evidence is there. The evidence is all over the place, man. It's on this road, it's on that road. Your boss are left, your boss are right. It's everywhere, man. Keep reading.
All over the city, it is architecture.
In his architecture, man. All the ducks, the rich ducks that you see, all the castles, all the nice buildings. The evidence is there, man. In the architecture, in the buildings, in the roads. Keep reading.
Public buildings.
In their public buildings, Liverpool and Bristol, man, and London also, man.
That's right.
But today we're talking about Liverpool, man, and we've been there, man. And there's over, like, literally over 50 roads, man, named after prominent slave owners, man, or people that was involved in slavery, man. And we're gonna go there, man. You think we're lying? We're gonna show it, man. We prove all things that the I.S.U.P.K read.
And street names.
And what?
Street names.
And street names, man. And street. Can you believe that, black man? They've got streets named after famous slave masters, man. And I'm supposed to love white people, man. I'm supposed to say slavery in the past. Do you know in Birmingham, there's a place called Saddam Hussein Mosque, man? Saddam Hussein Mosque, named after Saddam Hussein. And because of what Saddam Hussein did to this country, they changed the name of that mosque, man. The mosque is still there, but they changed the name of that mosque, man. But they keep the names of the people that rape black people, man. They keep the names of the roads of the people that murdered black people, man. They keep the names of the road of the people that whipped, raped, and robbed black people, man. Why is that, black man? Because they don't care about you, man. They uplift their murderers. They uplift their heroes. They praise their people. But I'm racist. I'm racist. Me, but I got Liverpool. When I go on one street, I see the name. I see a name dedicated and named after a rapist, man. After a killer, after a murderer, after a racist, man. I take another road, and guess what? It's dedicated and named after a man that raped black people, man. But I'm racist.
That's right.
If you love black people, if slavery was in the past, you would change them names, man. But they're still here to stay. The evidence is there in the roads, man. In the architects, man. When it comes to when your people got killed in 9/11, when the Taliban blew up your people, I was against your country. What did you do, man? You changed the name of Saddam Hussein Mosque, man.
That's right.
But when you kill our people, you keep the names. Slavery's in the past. You're bitter, man. I'm bitter, man. Meanwhile, you keep the names of people that murdered black people, man. Keep the names of people that rape black women, man. Salak, the other one.
I haven't got when how should I hit the face the second time, but I've got the law in about if you punish someone, you don't exceed it.
Can't.
Deuteronomy 25 and 2, and it shall be if the wicked man be worthy to be eaten.
So again, so this is the law in the Bible. You know, when you claim that you're a Christian country and yada yada yada, this is the law that you should be following, man. The Bible says for what?
If and it shall be if the wicked man be worthy to be beaten.
And if a wicked man, who's a wicked man? Someone that breaks the laws, man. A homosexual, a child molester, a thief, a robber, or a liar. If he's worthy to be beaten, what does it mean to be worthy to be beaten, man? Meaning you've done research, man. You've done your your evidence, your investigation, and it comes out that yeah, this man did lie, this man did cheat, this man did steal. Someone that steals is worthy of prison, alive. Someone that rapes is worthy of prison, man. And the Bible says this man is worthy to be beaten, man. I mean, this man did the crime, man. He did it, man. He needs to be beaten. He's worthy of it, man. A man that didn't steal isn't worthy of beating. A man that didn't cheat isn't worthy of beating, but a man that did steal is. So the Bible says if a man is worthy of beating, meaning a man did commit this crime, read.
That judge shall cause him to lie down.
That judge shall cause him to lie down, man. He's going to get this beating, man. In Jamaica, I think the Sixers, man. They used to put you on a barrel, man. Put you tied to a barrel, man. They'll whip you, man. They'll make you lie down like what we're reading right here. Read.
And to be beaten before his face.
And this man shall be beaten before his face, man. He lied, he stole, he did something foul. He will be beaten, man. He's lucky because some laws in the Bible, you cost your life, man. You'll die, man. You know what I mean? But this particular scripture, this man was just beaten, man. Lucky, man. Sometimes what 60 lashes, 30 lashes. You know what I mean? Keep reading.
According to his fault.
According to his fault, man. According to what he done, stealing might be 60 lashes. Whether it's lying, might be 30 lashes. Who knows what it is, man? But he'll be beaten according to his fault, man. According to what he done. He done
by a certain number.
By a certain number. So he might get, just like prison today. Some men do 10 years, some men do 15 years. According on what crime he did, you get a certain amount of years, man. Keep reading.
But 40 stripes he may give him.
40 stripes he's gonna give him, man. 40 lashes, man. 40 licks or whatever, man. Keep reading.
and not exceed.
And not exceed. So the Bible goes, you must give a man 40 lashes and 40 lashes. That is it, man. If a man's supposed to be given 10 lashes, you give him 10 lashes, and that's it, man. And black man, guess what? You did 10 years in prison. That's supposed to be it, man. 10 years and 10 years. That is it, man. So why are you doing 10 years in prison and coming out of prison and being looked at funny, man? Why are you doing 10 years in prison and now you can't get a job, man? Why are you getting 10 years in prison and every job you apply for, now you're a felon, you can't get a job, man? How else are you supposed to get fed, man? How else are you supposed to pay for your rent, man? Pay for your light, man? Keep reading.
Lest if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother shall seem vile unto thee.
There you go. And that man could not be beaten above 40, man. Above what was sentenced for him to get beaten, man. But black man, you do every day, man. You do every day. Black man, if you're a black man who's 16 years old and you commit you rob a bike, man, you rob a car, man. You know, when you was young in times, you was young and dumb and robbed a bike. That's the end of your life. That's the end of your career. It's a wrap for you, man. White men get a second chance. White men they get a second chance, man. They get rehabilitated and all. That was in the past, man. Black men don't get that, man. You do armed robbery when you're 16, you know, young and dumb. That's it for you. No career for you. You know what I mean? That's a wrap, man. Every time you go to uni, everything work hard. Every time you go to a job, they run that CRB check, black man. That's it, man. Done. We'll keep reading the article. You cut off?
Yeah,
no, sir. Let me know when you're there.
Yeah, the street names with the International Slavery Museum due to open on August the 23rd.
Again, we've been to that museum, man. You know what I mean? And guess what? I thought slavery was over, man. You know, I believed in the white man. I thought, you know, slavery's in the past, man. It's over, it's done, man. And meanwhile, all these prominent white people, the white man named the streets after, man. All these heroes, he named the streets after, man. And I thought slavery was in the past. If slavery wasn't in the past and the white man did really change, the white man say, you can't name the streets after a killer of black people. We can't name the streets after a murderer of black people, after a rapist of black women, man. Over a man that got rich after backs of black people working for free. We can't do that, man. That's wrong. The white man didn't do that. He said, this is a great man right here, man. This man made riches and brought riches to Liverpool, man. We're going to name the street after him. Even though he's the reason why black people was parted from their families, man. Even though he's the reason why sharks followed them slave ships, man. Even though he's the reason why babies were taken from their families and brought to another plantation, man. Even though he's the reason why black people have his surname because he owned that plantation field, man. You know what they said? Forget all that. He brought England some riches. He brought Liverpool riches. Name a road after him, man. That's a good white man right there, man. They got something called Columbus Day in America, man. Even though Columbus murdered the Taino Indians, man, murdered the Arawak Indians, man, they got a name after him, man. But anyone that does them wrong, no, we can't do it no more. So then we say his name's coming off, man. Anyone that does them wrong, they don't like that, man. And rightfully so. Rightfully so, man. You shouldn't love the people of your enemies, man. When it comes to us black men, they say, oh, you know, let's name roads after their killers. How am I supposed to think that slavery is in the past, man? How am I supposed to join white people, man, and become one with this place when they've got roads, architecture named after the people that killed my people, man? They honor the people that killed my people, man. How are you going to honor the people that killed my people? How are we both meant to coincide, man? You know what? We're not supposed to coincide. Right. You're supposed to love your people, and I'm supposed to love mine, man. I'm supposed to love mine. And guess how I love my people? When I marry my women, man. Guess how I love my people? When I only help my people, man. Guess how I love my people? When I go out in the streets and tell black people and Hispanic people to put down sin, man. To put down weed and crack cocaine, man. That's how I love my people, man. Keep reading.
Brings it is linked with human trafficking into Ocas. Very few slaves pass through Liverpool.
So very few slaves pass through Liverpool. You know what I mean? England slavery is not like American slavery, man. England didn't really have a high number of slaves in England. England was like, the Caribbean was a factory. The England was home. Like, you go to work, then you go home. That's how England did it. The Caribbean was the factory. England was the home. The America worked the slaves in America, made the cotton in America, whereas England worked the slaves in the Caribbean. Then they'll bring the sugarcane back to the UK. bring the money and the finances back to the UK, bring the coffee beans back to the UK. Not many slaves came to England. Keep reading.
But the slave trade made the city rich and
But the slaves trade made this city rich, man. You want to know why Liverpool FC is a good football club and got money and finances for the best coaches and got the money for the best training? You know why, black man? Because you pick cotton for it, man.
That's right.
You cut cane for it, man. You want to know why the ducks in Liverpool are nice and beautiful and the city's so big and the nice architecture and there's castles and everything there? Because you cut cane for it, man. That's the reason why, man. We keep reading.
And it left a permanent mark for generations to come.
And that mark still here to this day, man. We're going to get that mark, man. You can still see the evidence of slavery in Liverpool to this day, man. Number one, the ducks are there. Number one, guess where the ducks is? In the town centre, man. It's not in no back row. It's not right. It's in the town centre, man. That's the focus. The city centre is the focus, man. The ducks is the focus of Liverpool, man. Meaning that's where all the money comes from. People go to Liverpool. Whenever you go to a city, you go to a town centre, man. And black men, people go to Liverpool's town centre. Why? Because you made it pretty and beautiful, man.
That's right.
Because you worked hard and was separated from your family, had your bellies cut open, drowned to death by women's menstrual blood on the bottom of the slave ships, man. Was force fed on the bottom of the slave ships, man. And guess what? The man that caused all that grief and harm and death gets a road named after himself. The man that caused your grandparents to get cut open, lynched, and hung and burnt to death gets a road named after himself, man. Keep reading.
From the grand houses built using slave money to the street names we all take for granted.
And these street names that you all take for granted, you know, I walked past William Street the other day, you know, me take a left upon, you know, Robinson Street. These names that you take for granted, man. These names ain't there, put there by chance. These names are white people that was in the slave trade that the white man reverences, man. That the white man honors, man, and named a road after. And these white men that the white man honors and names road after murdered your people, hate your people, got rich on whipping your people, man. Keep reading.
We all take for granted there are clues everywhere.
And the clues are everywhere, man. On every light pole, on every street pole. Every time you call it Uber, and you time to go on Robinson Street and go on this street, you're naming people that got rich, man. And these people are dead and they ain't here no more. But guess what? Their name lives on, man. Because a white man that hates black people named streets after them, man. Made monuments after them, man, like they're somebody, man. If you was to make a monument or name a road after Hitler, they was, are you crazy? Hitler used to persecute the Jews. You can't name a road after him. But meanwhile, they name roads after the equivalent, man. After the British equivalent. These slave masters are the British equivalent of Hitler, man. Are the British equivalent of who else a tyrant out there, man? Of Saddam Hussein, man. They're the British equivalent of Osama bin Laden, man. But if I name a road after them, yo, I'm wrong, man. You can't do that, man. Hitler killed the Jewish people, man. But guess what? Mr. Robinson, who you named the road after, he killed black people, man. He killed black people. He made black people work for free, man. In fact, he got rich of it, man. He made the docks nice and strong in Liverpool and funded it, man, for generations upon generations. And you name roads after him. You know, it's black man, because they hate the people that hate them. The other day, I was at camp, man. It's a fact. And the white man said, why am I racist? I said, why am I racist? So I told him, so listen, so you got a problem with racism? He said, yeah. I go, so what do you think about black people being deported, man? And the white man smiled, man. What he meant to say was he got a problem when you're racist against white people. He don't have a problem against racism. If he had a problem against racism, he'd be knocking on 10 Downing Street right now, man. And cussing Theresa May for deporting the Windrush generation, man. If he had a problem with racism, he'd be knocking on 10 Downing Street right now and cussing Boris Johnson saying, why you stop and frisking black people, man? Why you racially profiling people, man? But he ain't got a problem with racism. He got a problem with black people not liking white people, man. And white people ain't got a problem with racism. They got a problem. When it's against black people, they ain't got a problem with racism. They got a problem with black people hating white people, man. They got a problem with black people sticking up for themselves, man, standing up for themselves. That's where their problem lies, man. Keep reading.
During the 18th century, Liverpool was Britain's main slave import.
And there you go, man. Read it one more time.
During the 18th century.
So during the 18th century, man, what, 1700s to 1800s, man? You know what I mean? What happened during the 1700s to 1800s? Slavery.
That's right.
Slavery, black men in chains, black men working for free, 3/5 of a man cutting cane, black men bagging up sugar cane, with a muzzle around your mouth. God forbid you bite a stick of sugar cane. The white man's making millions of pounds on cane, and you can't bite a piece of cane, man. God forbid that happen, man. God forbid you're hungry, you bite a piece of cane. They put a muzzle around your mouth, man, and will padlock it at the back so you can't eat a piece of cane. And while this was going on, have you done?
Britain, Liverpool was Britain's main slaving port.
And Liverpool was Britain's main slaving port, meaning they had others. They had Bristol, they had London, but Liverpool was the main one, man. Where most of the money came from, man. Most today, what a slave port is what today? Like a what's it called where trucks stop into?
It's like a depot.
Like a depot. Today you got like DPD depot and all that stuff where they drop all their goods in the depot, then they leave, man. That was a depot back then, man. The docks. These docks, when these docks came through to England, majority of them was getting cane, man. Majority of them was coffee beans, man. Cotton, man. Tobacco, man, from the Caribbean to make money to sell, man, internationally on the market, man, that your parents pick for free. Free out. Imagine you can make money of free labor, man. Imagine you got fields upon fields upon fields, and guess what? People are planting cane for you for free. You don't have to pay them. Then they're cutting it for free. Then they're bagging it up for free, loading it on ships for free, man. And all you got to do is pay a sailor to drop it off and go back again. To drop it off and go back again. And in that cruel, in that racist, in that wrong. And guess what? The man that did that gets a road named after himself. Not only does he get rich, even when he dies, man, he's still remembered to this day, man. And Arnold has a road named. Not many people got roads named after himself, man. You're lucky if you can get an MBE award nowadays, but you're lucky you can get a shout out on a black man. You're trying to get a shout out on a record, man. You're trying to get your name shouted out on a tune, man. That's what you're a black man, and the best thing you can get is your name shouted out on a track, man. Remember back in the day, we was call the radio and get a shout out. You know, man, like, yeah, big up Officer Crawford. He was like, yo, I was happy, man. Meanwhile, this white man got the biggest shout out you can think of, man. He got a road named after himself, man. A road named, come on, man. Ain't that honorable? Ain't that lovely? And he got that. Guess how he got it? Not by being a good person, but by being a slave trader, man. By putting your foreparents in chains. And England named a road after him. And that's the country you love so much, man. The country you want to fight for, man. Say, I'm British, man. Say, I'm racist, and, don't like it, go home, man. Britain's done a lot for black people, man. Really. Come on, man. We done.
It's from the early shores took at least 1.5 million Africans across the Atlantic.
And ships from Mersey, now Mersey is the region of Liverpool, took black people from West Africa, man. And you know what I mean? And brought us to the Caribbean. That's where the ships came from in the first place. It came from Mersey, it came from Liverpool, man. Keep reading.
Across the Atlantic, destined to work on plantations.
And guess what? These slaves was brought to the Caribbean destined for slavery, man. The whole purpose was they were taking it not for nothing else, just for slavery. That was a goal. Keep reading.
To work on plantations in the Caribbean and America's deep south.
Keep reading.
The city thrived doing ship repairs.
And the city thrived, man. Imagine, black man. Imagine this because of slavery. You've employed all these white people, man. All these white people got jobs now, man. Money's coming in. Imagine that, man. You think slavery is some little thing. Slavery was a business, man. They done the research and they said slavery is like having a computer. They said the only thing that they can equate slavery to is like having a computer, meaning your slavery affects your life even if you didn't have slaves. Just like computers affects your life even if you don't have a computer, man. If you ain't got a computer in your house and you book a dentist appointment, how is that appointment booked on a computer? Even though you don't have one, a computer affects your life, man. If you don't have a computer and you book a flight, how is that flight booked on a computer, man? But you go to the airport and they look for your reservation. It's on a computer, man. And slavery was the same way. If you was a poor white man and you didn't own slaves, but you bought a bag of sugar, slaves picked that sugar, man. You wanted coffee, slave picked that coffee, man. Right. You wanted a t-shirt, slave picked that cotton, man. And slavery was that big. That is how they can equate it to. The only thing they can equate slavery to today is having a computer, man. And that's how big slavery was. And guess what? White people made black people cut cane, man. cut cotton, man. And guess what? Because we was on the bottom cutting cane, we was able to give all these white people jobs, man. While you're picking cane, black man, there's a man on a horse overseeing. It's called the overseer. Where you get the with the officer from today, and he makes sure that slaves are working properly and they're not running away. And guess what? You put him in a job, man. The fact that you're picking cane, a white man's able to get paid now, man. He's able to go to the Caribbean and send money back to his wife, man, and his children, man. Ship repairs. When ships go back and forth to the Caribbean, they need repairs, man. And our users pay some carpenter, man, to fix a ship.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Insurance. Boats need insurance too, man. You just pay some insurance company, man. Those doctors on them ships, man. You just pay some doctors, man. On them ships with doctors that will look after the cabin crew and the slaves, man. Make sure the slaves, weren't sick, because if the slave was sick, then that means the seller will get less money, man. So they'll make sure your slaves are looking good and decent and in working condition, man. And you've just, because you're a slave black man, you've employed all these people, man. The whole world thrives because you was picking cane and cotton, man. Keep reading.
Ship repairs and importing goods.
And importing goods, keep reading.
With approximately half of Liverpool's trade linked to slavery.
And half of their trade was linked to slavery. Half of their trade, man. Imagine that. A city has a lot of trade, man. They deal in iron and wood and finance and gas. Half of it was slavery alone, man. Half of it was cane and coffee beans, man. Sugar alone. Keep reading.
The movers and shakers among the slave traders were immortalized with street names after them.
So these people that was responsible for all this trade, man, responsible for all this cane, responsible for all these boat repairs and all this money and hiring overseers and hiring insurance companies, they had names, they had street names named after them, man. You know, I mean, I thought we was moving forward, man. I thought the white man ain't racist no more, man. I thought slavery was wrong, and we can't do this no more. Got move forward, man. Them people in the past was wicked, but this is a new generation of white people, and they're gonna do what's right, man. So why are these road names still there, man? I've seen them, man. There's about 30 of them, man. All in about slave, man. So guess what? If you go to Scotland, the same thing, man. I watched a documentary in Scotland. There's road names after famous Scottish people, also, man. And England and Liverpool is named after famous slave owners, man. That brought riches to their country, and no one thought that this might be offensive to black people. No one thought that. Now, Saddam Hussein mosques were taken down because it's offensive to the British population, but no one seems to think, this is harsh on black people. We can't do this, man. Name the roads.
Right, we have Gildar Street.
So we have Gildar Street, man. Number one is Gildar Street. There's a road. Anyone from Liverpool, let me know if you live near Gildar Street, man. Now let's read where Gildar Street comes from. Read.
Named after Richard Gildar.
And this street was named after Richard Gildar. Now, I'm pretty sure Richard Gildar was a nice man. He was a man that helped the poor. And, he did something good to get a road named after himself, man. Let's see what Richard Gildar did, man, to get a road named after him, because not anyone gets a road named after them, man. You know what I mean? When last have you seen Tyrone Street, or Anthony Street? Never. It has to be somebody to get a road named after yourself. Let's see what kind of man Richard Gildar was, man. Keep reading.
Was a slave trader.
And Richard Gildar was a slave trader, man. That's what he did. That's what he did, man. He brought money to white people, man, on the backs of black people, and he gets a road named after himself. Richard Gildar was a slave trader, man. A man involved in the slave trade, man. A man responsible for separating black homes, man. A man responsible for black people cutting cane, sun up, sundown, sun up, sundown, no days off, in the hot sun, 4 tablespoons of water, man. Sleeping in the shed with the animals, man. Didn't have your own clothes, had hand-me-down clothes. Have you noticed all slave clothes are massive and big because they didn't have, the clothes weren't made for them, man. It wasn't tailor-fitted for them, man. It is something to keep them for stop being naked. That's all it is, man. And this man gets a road named after himself. Excuse me, man. Keep reading.
At that time, he owned 3 ships.
Ooh, at that time, he owned 3 ships, man. 3 ships. So that's like a man today owning 3 trucking companies, man. This man owned 3 ships. They're making money, man. Keep reading.
Involved in the slave trade.
And these ships, they weren't going back and forth selling, tea. They weren't going back selling, t-shirts and Primark goods. They were selling stuff that was involved in the slave trade, man. You know what they were transporting? Slaves, black people, your grandfather, your grandmother, man. You know what they were transporting? Sugarcane, stacks upon stacks of sugarcane, man. They was transporting coffee beans and cocoa, man, and tobacco, man. Keep reading.
And this one, Rodney Street.
And then there's Rodney Street, the street in Liverpool called Rodney Street, also, man. Let's see if Rodney was any different, man. Let's see if Rodney was, a man that, was prominent and, in the government and helped feed, the poor and so forth, man. Keep reading.
It was named after Admiral Rodney, who defeated the French in Saint Lucia.
So again, so Saint Lucia, anyone knows Saint Lucia is it's even a French word, and the French had Saint Lucia first, just like the Spanish had Jamaica first, but the British took over, man. So you really see, think, oh no, this is a man that defeated the French. That's why he's prominent. Keep reading.
He made his wealth through sugar plantations.
He did what?
He made his wealth through sugar plantations.
So this man made his money off sugar plantations. Now, this was before what? Factories, man. This was before machines, man. So this man made his money on sugar plantations. And guess who was on the sugar plantations, man? Guess who was on them plantations where cane grows, man? Black people were. And guess what black people were doing there, man? Working hard, man. And guess how much days black men head off from guess how much days black men had off from the sugar plantations? None. Zero. And this man owned them. He owned them cane fields that you had no days off on. Guess how much annual leave a year black man had on them cane fields, man? None. Guess how much hours a black man worked on the cane plantations? 23 hours, man. That's a fact. Sleeping back up against slack, yeah. I'm exaggerating. Slack, yeah. It was, I think it was 21 hours, man. Working hard on the cane fields, man. And guess when a black man stopped working on the cane fields? Guess? Right. When he felt like it. When the slave man said, okay, that's enough for today, then they'll go in, man. You know what I mean? Usually when you at slavery, you work till 9 o'clock and you can't stop watching the clock. Imagine black man, there's no end to when you finish. You stop when the overseer says, all right, that's it now, let's go in. That's enough cotton for today, man. And guess what? Tomorrow you do it again and again and again until you're 90 years old, man. You just die, man. There was no what's it called? Retirement plan or nothing like that, man. Keep reading.
All right. We got Bold Street.
So again, anyone from Liverpool, let me know, man, about Bold Street, man. Let me know where Bold Street is, man. Another one called Bold Street. Where see where this is named after, man. Keep reading.
Bold Street, named after Jonas Bold.
Jonas Bold, a man called Jonas Bold, man, another prominent man. He was so prominent they named the road after him, man. So this man must be someone special, man. For the white man, anyway. Keep reading.
A noted slave merchant.
Another slave merchant, man. All these roads and streets named after slavers, man. After people that own slaves, man. But I'm racist. I'm what's wrong with the world, man. If the white man wasn't racist, he would change these names, man. He would change these names, man. He'd take these names down, man. But nah, you know what it is? He loves his people, man. And he don't care that black people cut care. He don't care if he offends you, man. And that's why he's keeping his streets up, man.
That's right.
Give me another street real quick.
We have Tarleton Street.
Another one called Tarleton Street, man. Let's see who this named after. Keep going.
Named after a vigorous slaving family.
So this one is a whole family, man. Tarleton family. And this family owned black people, man. Owned black people in the Caribbean, man. And they get a road named after them. Why? Because they brought the white man finances, man. Despite the fact that their finances brought black people torment, man. Brought black people tears, man. Brought black people death, man. They get a road named after themselves. Why? Because they made money for England, man. Keep reading.
A family in Liverpool for over 3 generations. 3 of John Tarleton's sons were involved in the trade between 1786 and 1788.
Look at that, man. The Tarletons made a killing, man. Pass it down to their sons. 3 generations, man. I mean, the great-great-grandsons had this, man. Had them plantations, man. Made money of making sure black people came for free, man. Making sure black men work hard, man. And they get a road after themselves, man. Give me next road. How much in total?
There are 15.
And there you go, man. 15 streets, man. Named after prominent slave owners. But, we what's wrong with the world. We got Chip on our shoulder, man. You know what I mean? You're bitter, man. Ain't nobody holding you back. You gotta go. What's it? You gotta pull yourself up by your socks, man. We're what's wrong with the world, man. When there's 15 streets in Liverpool, that's the black. Give me the last one. Give me Earl Street.
We have a Earl Street named after the Earl family who were slave traders throughout the 18th century.
There you go, man. Earl Street in Liverpool named after the Earl family, man. Who was slave traders. Another bunch of murderers, man. And they get a road named after themselves. They ain't killers. They ain't tyrants. They ain't beasts. They're prominent men that get a name for themselves in Liverpool, man. Keep reading.
John Earl and his two sons, Ralph and Thomas, served on the town council.
And look at that, man. Look at that, man. Not only were the slave traders, these men they served on the town council, man. There was men involved in government and politics, man. In 10 Downing Street, House of Parliament, House of Commons, man. And they were murderers to your people, man. Murderers to black people, and they served in politics, man. In the town council, man. I believe they came mayor as well in Liverpool. Is that correct?
That's right.
Keep reading.
And all three held the office of mayor.
All three of them became mayor. All three of these murderers became mayor in England. All three of these murderers, killers, rapists became mayors in Liverpool, man. And I'm what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? We're racist and we gotta go get a job, man. Meanwhile, I see racism working for everybody else. It worked for the Chinese man when he owned Chinatown. It worked for the Jewish man in Stamford Hill. But with black men, we gotta apply the same racism, man. The famous saying that I.S.U.P.K, but the only way to start white supremacy is with black supremacy, man. And we got to start black supremacy. Black supremacy when black people love our own people, man. Employ our own people, man. Only marry our own people, man. When we only care about our own people, man, that is black supremacy, and it works for everybody else, man. It works for the Chinese and the Arabs and the Pakistani, man. We got to do it ourselves. Give me Ezekiel 32 and 5, man.
Ezekiel 32 and 5. I will lay thy flesh upon the mountains and fill the valleys with thy heights.
It's like Isaiah 32 and 5. It's like, sorry. Isaiah 32 and 5.
Isaiah 32 and 5. The vile person shall no more be called Ibru.
Read it one more time.
The vile person shall no more be called Ibru.
You hear that, black man? You hear what God said? The vile person shall no more be called liberal, man. That day is coming, black man. Right about now, you think Mr. Earl, man, is liberal, man. He's a mayor, he's a liberal. He got a street named after himself, man. Him and his sons became mayor. All of them that own the docks, the this, the that. The Bible said they are vile, man. They are vile. A vile person makes black people work for free, man. A vile person gets rich and sends his sons to college. Meanwhile, your sons are in the cane field, man. They are vile people, man. A vile people makes a black man work for free, man. A vile person cuts open the bellies of black people. And the Bible said, black man, the day's coming with them same vile people. They are not going to be called liberal, man. Their names won't be on the corner of no streets, man. There'll be no names. There'll be no roads named after them, man. They won't be mayors. They're not going to be lawyers. They're not going to be PMs. They're not going to be MPs, man. They are vile people, man. All of them are. Theresa May, Boris Johnson, they are vile people. They stop and search black people, man. And they consider themselves liberals, man. Consider themselves MPs, man. Consider themselves PMs, man, and mayors. I have roles named after themselves, man. But God said that them same vile people, they are not going to be called liberal, man. They're not going to be in 10 Downing Street no more, man. They're not going to be in the House of Commons, man. People are not going to look up to them. Black man, you are the people that's going to be liberal, man. The day's coming when you're going to be liberal. Them same vile people, they are not liberal, man. They are vile, man. Have black people working for free, man. Working free of charge, man. Have black people at the bottom of slave ships, man. Fed black people 4 tablespoons of water, man. They are vile, man. And that's a fact. You look up in any book, man. The slave master would give black people 4 tablespoons of water, man. Have black people working in the Caribbean, man. Black people ran out of water. They just throw black people overboard on them slave ships just so the water and the food can stretch. And then come back and claim it on the insurance. They are vile people, man. And they're not liberal, man. Earl Street, Earl and David Cameron, all the people, they are not liberal, man. They're the devil the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
The white man, the devil the Bible speaks of. They are not
Right.
liberal. What is liberal about them, man? They won't even give reparations to black people. Won't even give black people an apology, man. You know what they do? The fact that already the foreparents have raped, robbed, and got rich of black people, man. And they won't even give back the money, man. They won't even say sorry, man. And on top of that, you know what they do, black man? They want to deport more black people, man. There's an article, there's a plane scheduled to fly out in February, man. There's a black woman in Leicester, in Highfields, which another ends in Leicester, man. And they evicted this black woman from her house so that she'd been selling crack. You hear that? She'd been selling crack cocaine, man. And this black woman sleep at a bus stop, man. Sleeping at a bus stop, and they're saying she's selling crack cocaine, man. That is like, she woman goes, I don't know what crack even is. They're saying she's selling crack. All it is, you know what it is, black man? They want to build a shopping complex in their house. That's what they want to do. And they need an excuse to kick her out, man. And they offered her, 3-4 houses. And she goes, she wouldn't let a dog live in there, man. And they're happy for this black woman to sleep on a park bench as long as they get her out. And I must vote for them people. They're liberal, really. I must be proud to be British. I can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. I got integrity, man. I got love for my people, man. Get that thing real quick, man. About the sister in Leicester. Let me get it. It's on Facebook. She's like 90 years old, man. You see on my page on Facebook on the front.
Just from
Yeah?
the laptop.
Oh, no sweat. Just put it up anyway. And the brother's right, man. And the Dutch as well. The Dutch, man. We know about the Dutch as well, man. The Dutch took, you know what I mean? People from like Suriname, St. Martin, you know what I mean? Bro, you know what I mean? Made them work in Aruba and them countries for free, man. And the Amerindians that was also already in them lands, man, made them work for free as well, man. And guess what? They get roles named after himself, man. Christopher Columbus, a known murderer, man. Gets what? Gets a holiday called Columbus Day named after himself, man. Keep reading.
This is from the LeicesterLive.co.uk. Sleep in a bus stop, says 90-year-old gran evicted from a Leicester home.
And this is a 90-year-old woman that they've evicted from her home in Leicester, man. She's saying she'll sleep in a bus stop. The house they've offered her. She said she wouldn't let a dog live in there, man. And all it is, they just want to build a shopping complex there, man. She said it herself. She goes, this sounds fishy, man. Sounds like a conspiracy. They want an excuse to kick her out of the house, man. They want to build something there. They want to do something around there. And they want any excuse to kick her out of the house, man. And she's saying, listen, I'll sleep at a bus stop before I live at the house that you've offered me. Keep reading.
Evicted from her home because it's a crack house.
And they said her house is a crack house. A 90-year-old woman's house is a crack house, man. Really? Come on, man. Come on. I got grandma myself, man. I know how old ladies are, man. Old ladies, you can't even run up the stairs. They all complain about the noise. Oh, he's doing noise, man. You can't even shut the door too hard. They complain about the noise and this and that. How is this old 90-year-old woman's house a crack house, man? Behave, man. With the smell in the crack house, all the noise in there, all the mess. I know old Jamaican women, man. But you know what I mean? Everyone has two nans. You know what I mean? And I've had two nans, man. And old people are the most miserablest people. They hate noise. They can't stand clutter. There's no way this old woman is selling crack in their house, man. With people in their house bagging up crack cocaine, all the noise, the stink, the smell, people walking in and out of their house. There's no way that's possible, man. And the white man's so desperate for an excuse, he's saying their house is a crack house, man. Look how ridiculous that sounds. If her house is a crack house, why ain't she behind bars? Why are you only evicting her? Why ain't she behind bars? Selling crack is a crime, right? So she should be behind bars, man. Why are you just evicting her out of her house, man? Because the problem is, you know she don't sell crack, man. You just want that house for your purpose, man. Keep reading.
They said I'm a drug dealer.
And they said this woman's a drug dealer, man. So this woman sells crack in the house, she's a drug dealer. But if you know anything about old black women, I don't know about white women. I don't have no white grannies, man. But I have two black grands, man. And you know anything about them, they're the most miserable people on the face of the earth, man. Oh, goodness, forget. You know what I mean? After Prash's my physical brother, in the truth, I'm a physical blood brother, man. And he'll tell you about our nan. And I've been to people's houses too, man, who also got black nans. And they're like, my nan's here, man. You know what I mean? And that nan is the most miserable person. Keep the noise down, man. Turn the TV down. Don't shut the door like that. Don't slam the door like that, man. And you're meant to tell me. And listen, my nan ain't even 90 now. And she's miserable. She can't stand noise. She hates noise. Somehow she can hear the TV from downstairs when she's upstairs, man. But meanwhile, this black woman got cracked then in her yard, man. Really, come on, man. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Keep reading.
Um, the drug dealer that I wash crack.
It says she washes crack. You know what I mean? With them old people could just about can't even work an iPad, man. You know, I know about old black women, man. My nan could just about work a TV, man. Just about work the stereo, man. But meanwhile, this woman's washing crack. You know, she's cooking up crack, putting the pot, baking soda, whipping it. Come on, man. Old people could just about come on. Old people. My nan, what's up? My nan had a what's it called? Had a mobile phone, man. And man, my sister was trying to make her with the mobile phone, and everyone was getting frustrated. Man, like, no, you press this one, so you press this one. Oh, okay. And then how do you hang up? You press this one. And she was exhausting us. Meanwhile, you're supposed to tell me that a woman that can't work a mobile phone, can't work an iPad, a computer, a laptop, can wash crack. Look, come on, man, keep reading.
I don't even know what that means.
She goes, she don't even know what that is. She know what it means to even wash crack, man. So what's the old woman? So you meant to tell me a 90-year-old black woman's a connector, a plug. You know what I mean? So she washes crack and makes a phone call. You know what I mean? I guess some Cuban man comes and picks it up in it. Yeah. Then she makes a drop as well. And he drop. Come on, man. How much drug dealers get robbed, man? Stuck up and robbed, man. So what's stopping this old woman from getting stuck up and robbed? Yeah, I'm guessing straight. You know, there's drug dealers out there with guns, man. They get stuck up and robbed, man. So how is the old woman selling drugs, man? Selling crack cocaine, man, a substance that people kill for, man, that crackers die for and stab for, man. How is she selling drugs? Wouldn't these crackers, take it off her? She's 90 years old, man. How would she defend herself, man? The crack game is a dangerous game, I lie. It's a dangerous game. You tell me this old woman can defend herself in the crack game. Deep in the crack house. Deep in the crack game, and no one bothers her. No one robs her, no one boots off her door. And she call. I guess she makes a phone call to Pablo in it, yeah, and he picks it up. I'm sure she got links. Who's selling this cocaine to, man? Really? Call who? Crackers. There's crackers that rob drug dealers, man. Drug dealers in their teens, man. And no one's robbing this old lady. She had no one kicks up her door. No one takes her drugs and don't pay her back. The same crackers that steal from their mum, that would knife people dead in the streets for crack cocaine. No one's done this to this 90-year-old lady. She must be strong, man. She must have a strong crew. A liar, the one. Yo, you know what I mean? She must be strapped, man. Keep reading.
A 90-year-old woman said she would rather sleep in a bus stop than move into the council house offered to her after she was evicted from her house.
And she said, listen, I'd rather sleep on the floor, man, on the bus stop before sleeping in the house that they offered me. This is a black woman, retired, man, 90 years old, man. And even in 90 years old, man, you can't get no rest. Imagine that black man, man. He came in the 60s, man. It's called a gollywog and a coup, man. And even in 90 years old, you can't get no rest, man. You think the white man whipped me hard, whipped me to death, whipped me for minimum wage. I couldn't go into a pubs. You say no blacks allowed, no dogs allowed. Gollywog, coon, all this stuff. The Windrush generation got deported. And even I'm 90 years old, man. They're telling lies on us, man. Evicts us from our house, man. Then the house was in a house that I wouldn't even let a dog live in. That's how they treat black people, man. It's in the Bible too. The Bible said the white man should have no mercy on the young or the old, man.
That's right.
Had no mercy on Rachel and Charles. I had no mercy on the Windrush generation, man. Had no mercy on the 13-year-old black boy here. I had no mercy on this sister right here, man. 90 years old. Had no mercy on the young or the old, man. Keep reading.
Evicted from a house because it was a crack house.
And the house is a crack house, apparently. You know what I mean? 90-year-old woman's she's trapping. You know what I mean? It's what the kids call it nowadays. Apparently she's trapping. You know what I mean? Can't work a laptop, but she got scales and, she's bagging it up and rocking it up and so forth. It beats me. I know it beats me as well, but hey, you also in American Gangster, Frank Lucas. She's doing that at 90 years old. You know what I mean? And all of her workers ain't, shortchanging her and robbing her. I don't know why it beats me. Carry on.
Ending Alchem had been forced to leave her home of 38 years.
And that's an old woman, man. Enid. Was it Enid?
Yeah,
Enid, man. Yo, that's an old school name. You know the old school names? The old. You got what's the old school names? Hyacinth. What? Morel, Hyacinth, Agatha. That's some old Caribbean names, man. And Enid is another one, man. Enid, man. You know what I mean? She's 90 for real, man. Enid. You know what I mean? A house of how long?
38 years.
A house of 38 years, man. Evicted. Now she's a criminal. Shouldn't she be locked up? She's a convicted criminal. Having a crack is a crime, man. She should be locked up, but she ain't locked up. You know why? Because she ain't no crack house, man. And if you read on, the sister gonna say that she believes the conspiracy just to get out of the house, man. That's all it is. Some land being bought or something, and no one out of the house, man. And no one cares about black people. No one cares about homing a black person in a nice, safe environment, man. Just want to kick you out of the house. That's all. That's all about was down to. Give me the
38 years after the Leicester Council successfully applied for a court order to have it boarded up for 3 months.
So the council said, "Nah, we want it boarded up, man." You know what I mean? How about if she's a criminal, she should be behind bars. 90 or not 90. Criminals get behind bars. I've seen old criminals get locked up. I've seen criminals get locked up, but they don't lock her up because she's not a criminal, man, and they know that, man. Keep reading.
Mrs. Malcolm attended court yesterday when magistrates accepted police and council evidence that her home in Stratton Street, South Highfield, had been used for drug dealing since 2016.
And they said the house been used as a crack den since 2016. That's so they say. Keep reading.
The court heard there was violence, disorder, and burglary associated with the council home where she has lived since 1981.
And the white man's the devil, man. Lives here for 1981. Before I was even born, man. You know what I mean? She don't get no slack, man. You know what I mean? She don't get no, well, she has put tax in this country, man. You know what I mean? Has worked for this country, man. Her four parents are the reason why this country's so great, man. No one cares about her. She's 90. How about that? She's 90 years old, man. She's old. Trauma, no one cares about that, man. They want her to sleep in some dog place, man. Some place with what? Substandard living. Keep reading.
Leicester Police and the council presented evidence to Leicester magistrates that her son George and another man, Clyde Wallace, who was described as her cousin, were dealing drugs from the property.
And even if that's right, even if that's correct, man, how about you lock up her two sons then? Why does she have to suffer, man? I'm pretty sure if her sons were selling crack from her house, they're to blame. I'm pretty sure she wasn't the one selling crack. Lock them up then. Why you locked up her for, man? Look at how much people steal, man, and bring the stolen goods back to their mom's house. And does the mom suffer for it? No, man. I know people personally that sell crack and the door gets booted off in the mom's house, man. And they take them people away, take them to prison, man. And the mom's fine. So why when it's black people, why do they want all of us to suffer, man? Down to the mom. Look at what's white people out there that steal, man, and bring it back home. And the police boot the door off, take the stolen goods, man. And the mom's fine because she didn't know. Even if the mom did know, she's still fine, man. When it comes to you black, man, they want to lock up your mom as well, man. 90-year-old granny as well, man. Keep reading.
The council said the only way to tackle the problem was to exclude all members of the public from the property, including the pensioner.
There you go, man. That doesn't make sense. So you boot up her door, you lock up the people that's supposedly selling drugs, and then you're saying the only way to solve the problem is to get everybody out, even the old woman, even the pensioner. So we do try me 28, man. 28 and 50 real quick.
Deuteronomy 28 and the 50th verse. A nation of fierce countenance.
And the Bible said, nation of fierce countenance. In the book of Deuteronomy 28, man, chapter 28, talking about all the curse that will come upon our people, man. You know what I mean? I'm not going to read them more. I'm going to skip to the curse that we're talking about right now. And the Bible said, if God's saying to us, if you disobey me, I'm going to send a nation against you, man. A nation of fierce countenance. Countenance is your face, man. Fierce countenance. And who's that people, man? The white man, man.
That's right.
Countenance was fierce, man. Don't get twisted. People see the white man now and think, oh, Jesus Christ. No, the love and God and nah, man. At one point, his countenance was fierce, man. How did he get into the Caribbean, man? He dragged you there, man. How did he get you to pick cotton, man? Did he bargain with you? Did he say, listen, pick this cotton, yada yada yada? No, man. He made you do. This man was fierce, man. He whipped you with them 9 tails on your back, and you picked that cotton, man. He dragged you on them ships, man. He forced you to cut cane, man. Forced you to pick cotton, man. Put a muzzle around your mouth so you can't bite no cane, man. He was fierce. Don't get it twisted. Don't see him in the church now and feel, oh, the nice guy, man. He's cool. No, he's not. And guess what? He ain't nice now. He ain't nice. The Bible calls him the dragon that acts like a lamb. That's what he is, man. The dragon but acts like a lamb. Christianity and God and love and peace of God. What he says that while he deports the Windrush generation, man. He says God and love and Christianity, everyone's together. Meanwhile, he names the streets after slave owners, man. He says God and love and peace and the blood of Jesus, man. While he evicts a 90-year-old black woman, man. Keep reading.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
There you go, man. That's that man right there. The Lord says, send a man against you that will not care about the young or the old, man. Rashawn Charles was young, and where is he now? Dead. And who apologized for it? No one did. Ian is what? 90 years old. She's old. And who cares about her, man? No one does, man. The white man don't care about your young or your old, man. Mark Douglas was late 20s, man. Pretty young, man. Dead. And the policeman that did it, so I'll do it again. The Windrush generation that all got deported, that's been in England since they're 4 years old, man. They're old, and the white men don't care about them. In slavery, who was on the cotton field? Young babies, man. Who else was there? Old people also. This man not show favors to the young or the old man. It's like the one.
What's funny is, with the article we just read, so they raided the house, they boarded up the house, and found nothing. Or allegedly got evidence of it being sold, but if that's a crack house, wouldn't the crack be in the house?
And even if, man, I know plenty of people, man, that whose kids do things that they don't agree with, that they didn't even know about, man. You don't let her suffer for it, man. But when it comes to black people, just hate, look at you and they hate you, man. I hate these niggas, man. Can't stand you, man. And that's why they're making a black woman sleep in a house that ain't even fit to live in, man. Meanwhile, she's been living here for what, 30 plus years, man. Keep reading. No, I goes like it.
Right. It was offered to Mrs. Alcom, who is originally from Jamaica.
Oh, you go, man. Windrush generation. There you go. You know what I mean? This happened to so no Hamite, no African. Happened to our people, man. Who has pity on our people? Who cares about black people? No one does, man. What's the proof, man? What's the proof? I just named 15 roads in Liverpool, man, named as slave masters, man. Who cares about that, man? You mean tell me certain of the smallest change in the roads you can't do? But yeah, I'm meant to vote for you, though. I'm meant to fight for your army, man. But you can't even change the names of the roads, man. Keep reading.
Who is originally from Jamaica, 3 alternative properties nearby.
And they give her 3 properties nearby, 3 different houses nearby, in exchange for the house that got raided and boarded up. You know what I mean? The house that they evicted her from. Keep reading.
She has refused them all.
And she refused all of them, man. You're going to find out why, read.
After the hearing, she told Lester Live she would not move to a house the council is holding for her. She said, I have seen it. You wouldn't put a dog in it.
She said, listen, I'm not moving to the house that they got for me. I've seen them. And if you seen it, yo, you wouldn't put your dog in it, man. I could imagine. They like to punish, but they got kick off punishing black people, man. Meanwhile, all the Somalians are in England. And guess what Somalians contribute to this country? Nothing. How much Somalians came to make England what it is? None. Somalians are only first generation in this country, man. They ain't put enough tax in this country. But guess what Somalians get? The best houses, man. They get houses that no one even lived in before, man. Guess what the Romanians get? The best houses, man. The Eastern Europeans, the people that came on the back of lorries, man. Guess what they get, man? Free NHS. And guess what? A woman whose 4 parents cut into make this country, who come here in the 60s to make this country, who worked and paid taxes for years upon years to make this country. Guess what she gets? A house that you wouldn't let a dog live in, man. You want to Somali black people cut cane so Somalians can come here and benefit, man. Black people cut cane so that Eastern Europeans can come in this country and get free healthcare, man. We didn't just black people died and enslaved and picked cotton and cane, not only just for British people, but for Somalians too, man. For Pakistanis too, man. For Eastern Europeans too, man. And they got all the houses, man. And guess how much cane they picked? None. And meanwhile, she gets a house that you couldn't let a dog stay in. Meanwhile, you have all over this country, there's housing complexes, man. Housing complexes and council estates, brand new, fresh. And guess who gets these houses? Somalians, man. Eastern Europeans, man. Tell me if I'm lying, man. Someone tell me if I'm lying, man. Keep reading.
It's a house, but it's not a home.
It's a house, but not a home, man. It's obviously a house has a roof and four walls, but it's also not fit to live in, man. Keep reading.
I'm so upset. All I want to do is stay in my home where I live with my husband.
That's all she wants, man. She don't want much. She's not asking for what the Somalians ask for. Somali, so what a Somali man does, he comes to England, yeah. First things first, he registers at a doctor's surgery. Then he tells he gets a doctor's note saying that he's not fit to work, and he gets free money off the government, man. Then he goes to the doctor and lies to the doctor, says, yeah, there's mold on my walls and my son can't live there, it's not fit to live in, man. Then the government gets him a better house, man. This is a man that come from a bomb zone country. You know what I mean? He's not staying in any house in England, he's staying in the finest house in England, man. And all this woman wants is nothing special, not what the Somalians have. Not what the free stuff they get. Somalians get tokens and vouchers for free food and free clothing. She don't want none of that. All she wants is a house to live in, man. And she can't get that, man. I mean, anyway, that's the class. I'm pass it on to priest and prophet, Officer Parasha with the announcements and prayers.
Right, that was a powerful class. Let's give Officer Crawford a hand.
Come. Yeah, sorry.
Alright, we are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to shed, they are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 months, the brother and sister will get permission from the heads to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives the Treasury Department. Priest fund, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Feast of Trumpets on September the 28th. All Akim and Aqua, check the bulletin boards in the hallway and check all I.S.U.P.K social media as well. Facebooks, Instagrams, YouTubes, everything that we have. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start with all black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarves. And with that, I'm Madiam. I'm rising facing east. And the Lord's Prayer, Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Padash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakavka, Taba'ah, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratiza, Kawar, Hayah, Washemayim, Fundanawa, Nakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawaknawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawaknawa, Wala'ah, Sabaya Ainawa, Banasayawan, Abor, Habashainawa, Mayon, Right, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahafapara, the Iwalumyum, Amen. In English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. And with that, we're going to give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam Barak, Yahweh Shemi Habashai Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Yad Yamata.